Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 570 based on novel. So let's start. It wasn't that the young woman was dumb. Even if it was someone else, if they noticed a problem with the earth fire vein and saw someone covered in fire escaping from the stone room, they would think that the person was the problem. They would naturally pursue that person and inevitably miss something. After all, there were hardly any perfect people in this world. Even if Wang Lin had encountered a similar thing, it would be difficult for him to immediately realize that it was just a distraction. It was rare for the young woman to be able to detect it so fast. She abandoned her pursuit and charged toward the depths of the earth fire vein. When Wang Lin detected this, he revealed a cold smile. There were now two wolves in the earth fire vein. One was the dragon soul, the owner of the earth fire vein, and the other was his fire essence true body. Now it's my turn to attack. Wang Lin's eyes lit up. He wouldn't allow anyone to disturb his essence true body's devouring process. This was a significant change for his essence and for him. As someone who came from the cave world to the immortal astral continent, this would be a great increase to his strength. Ripples echoed under his feet and he disappeared in a flash. The young woman rushed while surrounded by the ghostly face, allowing her to move very fast. As she moved forward, she suddenly had an inexplicable feeling and moved to the side without hesitation. In a flash, a ray of blood light flew past her body and stabbed through the ghostly face. It glanced by her and smashed into the earth fire vein ahead. It was a blood sword. This blood sword gave off a monstrous killing intent and also contained a hint of the aura of the ancient Tao. After seeing this blood sword, the young woman's expression changed greatly. The blood slaughter sword, one of the 7 swords of the ancient Tao. You're not a cultivator. The young woman turned around and saw the blood sword flash once more. Ripples echoed at the direction the blood sword went and Wang Lin walked out. Blood slaughter sword, Wang Lin's eyes lit up. He had obtained Yi Mo's inheritance but was lacking the left eye, so the memories were incomplete. He only knew that Yi Mo was given the sword by the emperor of the ancient Tao, and didn't know its name. After appearing, Wang Lin didn't talk but pointed at the sky. Bursts of 7-colored light appeared above him and gathered before him to form a 7-colored lance. The lance shot toward the young woman. The young woman let out a cold snort and casually waved her right hand. The ghostly face before her let out a howl and flew toward the 7-colored lance. In an instant, the two sides collided. The 7-colored light couldn't resist at all, the ghostly face devoured it and then flew toward Wang Lin. Killing intent appeared in the young woman's eyes as she charged toward Wang Lin following the ghostly face. Since you came yourself, then stay. A cold voice echoed through the earth fire vein and entered Wang Lin's ears. Wang Lin retreated and waved his sleeve. Xian Luo's golden print appeared and suppressed the ghostly face. The powerful aura from the golden print contained a sliver of Xian Luo's power. It instantly closed in on the ghostly face, and with a bang, the ghostly face let out a miserable cry and disappeared before Wang Lin. Golden light shined brightly and the golden print flew toward the young woman. When the young woman saw the golden print, she gasped. Her pupils shrank and she suddenly stopped. At the same time, Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he retreated, disappearing back into the earth fire vein. At the same time, the golden light dimmed and the print stopped moving forward. It disappeared along with the blood sword. Don't chase anymore. I have no hostility toward the Great Soul sect. I just need to use the main earth fire vein to cultivate a spell. Wang Lin's voice echoed in the young woman's mind after he left. The young woman stood there and silently pondered. At that moment, she felt the Grand Empyrean aura inside the print, and it terrified her. That aura made her think of a lot of things. After a long time, the coldness in her eyes appeared once more. So what if he has a treasure gifted by a Grand Empyrean? This person has the blood sword, which belongs to the ancient Tao clan. That makes it obvious who the Grand Empyrean is. Even though the ancient country's Grand Empyreans are powerful, they can't control us Celestials. Even if I've misjudged and the Grand Empyrean behind him is a Celestial, he made a move on my Great Soul sect's main earth fire vein, so I will be in the right if I kill him. Plus, I'm not trying to kill him, I'm merely trying to stop him. Even Grand Empyreans can't be that unreasonable, the young woman muttered as she raised her head and charged at the main earth fire vein once more. The woman's personality was very fierce, and her current cultivation level was greatly related to her personality, so she wouldn't easily give up. Although she was shocked by the golden print, she had made up her mind. This was not something Du Qing could compare to. At another part of the main earth fire vein, Wang Lin's essence true body detected the young woman's movement and let out a sigh. Cultivators that have truly entered the void turbulent stage are all determined people. A treasure formed by a Grand Empyrean won't easily force them to retreat. Since she won't retreat, then let's see who is faster. Wang Lin's gaze became determined and he disappeared. As Wang Lin's essence true body continued to absorb the main earth fire vein, the struggle from the dragon became weaker. Only the hair of the essence true body remained as feathers, but at this moment, black hair appeared at the roots. This black hair seemed to be surrounded by a gloomy light that was spreading. Once it finished spreading, the essence true body would be completely formed. Time slowly passed. Wang Lin's essence true body was completely ignoring all external dangers and was focusing completely on absorbing the main earth fire vein. He was competing for time to survive. If the young woman arrived before he formed his essence true body, then all of Wang Lin's efforts would be wasted. It would be very difficult to find another chance like this. His original body continued to appear before the young woman, using spells to prevent her from moving forward. However, after doing this several times, the young woman simply ignored him and charged toward the depths of the earth fire vein. In a flash, several hours passed. The young woman was getting closer and closer. The main earth fire vein soul had weakened to a certain extent. Its roar had slowly weakened and its body seemed to slowly be calming down. However, this was just its external appearance, its eyes revealed a dazzling light. It suddenly released a powerful roar and its calm body began to move once more. With this roar, the giant dragon soul was surrounded by a sea of fire and began to shrink rapidly. From its endless size, it shrank to 100,000 feet, 10,000 feet, 1,000 feet, 100 feet. With the pressure of shrinking its body, the dragon soul erupted with its strongest resistance. Its body shrank from 100 feet to 50 feet, 30 feet, 10 feet. This crazed condensing caused its willpower to compress as well. In the end, it shrank into a fist-sized ball of fire. The moment Wang Lin's essence true body was knocked off the dragon, the fist-sized ball of fire formed by the dragon shot straight toward Wang Lin's essence true body's forehead. With a thunderous bang, the ball of fire touched the essence true body's forehead and entered it. The moment the ball of fire entered Wang Lin's essence true body, his divine sense began to tremble. It was as if he had turned back into a mortal and was struggling in the violent sea on a lonely boat. A very powerful will descended, attempting to wipe out Wang Lin's divine sense to occupy the essence true body. This will was the will of the fire dragon. It had given up its body, and in its desperate struggle, it had entered Wang Lin's essence true body. It was going to try to take over Wang Lin's essence true body. This would make this essence true body the vessel for its will. This will was extremely powerful, and it had turned into a giant hand that was going to crush Wang Lin's divine sense. This will was filled with struggle and an unyielding nature. There were roars coming from it as if it were challenging the heavens. Wang Lin vaguely saw a light and felt heat. This combination of light and heat formed the fire of the world. The will of the fire wanted to burn everything, including itself. It contained a hint of madness along with an unyielding, heaven-defying will that would burn the entire world. It was going to burn Wang Lin's divine sense and everything into ashes. Fire. The origin of my understanding of fire is not the vermilion bird but the heart of the candle that sways in the wind but remains lit. The wind howls and wants to blow the candle out, causing it to die and turn into smoke. However, every time the wind blows, the candle resists and shakes violently. It is not willing to die, not willing to be turned to smoke. The fire essence that I, Wang Lin, have comprehended is that will. The will of the candle fire. The will of my Tao. It is also the will of my lifelong struggle against the heavens. Do you dare to wipe out my will? Can you wipe it out? Wang Lin's essence true body opened its eyes, and they were filled with fire. It let out a roar as his divine sense inside the essence true body also struggled against the will of the fire dragon. It refused to yield. Like the candle fire. This roar echoed inside the main earth fire vein, and it seemed to be filled with the determination to resist. From a distance, the young woman heard this and her expression changed. Behind her, Wang Lin's original body followed. The two of them continued moving deeper into the earth one after the other. Along the way, the young woman completely ignored Wang Lin and moved at full speed. Wang Lin's cultivation level was far below hers, so he couldn't stop her. However, he still had the stop spell. However, he still hadn't used the spell yet. This spell needed to be used at the most important moment to have the greatest effect. As the young woman flew at full speed, she got closer and closer to Wang Lin's essence true body. Her divine sense spread out and could see everything. When she saw Wang Lin's essence true body, her expression changed greatly. This is an essence true body. He is actually borrowing the earth fire vein from a fire essence true body. The young woman gasped and her body trembled. The right hand hidden in her sleeve subconsciously shook. The trembling was no weaker than when Wang Lin took out the Grand Empyrean treasure. In fact, it was even more intense. After all, she had never seen a Grand Empyrean, but she had seen an essence true body several times. The Great Soul Sect's ancestor, esteemed Green Bull, also had an essence true body. This young woman clearly knew how difficult it was to form one and how powerful it was. She thought she would only see that one essence true body in her life. She didn't expect to see a second completely different essence true body here. No wonder he was leading me elsewhere. No wonder he wanted to venture deep into the earth fire vein. No wonder he still came here even though he has a treasure from a Grand Empyrean. All of this was because he wanted to form an essence true body that is extremely difficult to form, to the point that it's almost legendary. The young woman's face became pale and coldness erupted from her eyes. She knew a lot about essence true bodies as she dreamed of forming one. She understood that once the essence true body formed, the earth fire vein would collapse and disappear. I can't let him succeed. The young woman gritted her teeth. Whether it was the destruction the withered earth fire vein would cause or the extreme jealousy in her heart, she didn't want to allow this essence true body to form. She coughed out blood and her body fused with the blood. In a flash, she moved 10 times faster than before and headed toward Wang Lin's essence true body like a shadow. After Wang Lin's essence true body let out that roar of will, the will of the dragon soul collapsed. Wang Lin's will took control and the last of the dragon soul's resistance collapsed. When the dragon soul's will collapsed, Wang Lin's will took control and began to devour the residual of the dragon soul. A thunderous rumble echoed in Wang Lin's mind. As the rumble echoed, Wang Lin's divine sense spread out in all directions. He vaguely heard a miserable roar coming from the depths of the earth below the earth fire vein. When the roar entered his mind, he had just absorbed the remaining fire from the dragon soul. The roar seemed to echo like thunder in his mind and seemed to create an illusion. His vision blurred, and when it became clear, he was in space. This space was simply too big and seemed endless. Wang Lin had no body as he stood there and looked around blankly. He didn't know where he was. While he was feeling confused, there was a thunderous rumble in the distance. When he turned around, Wang Lin's pupils shrank. He saw a bull. A giant bull surrounded by ice that could freeze the stars themselves. It was very large and seemed to be endless in size. It appeared in the sky and roared. An indescribable feeling of terror spread out from its body and spread in all directions. Wang Lin's body seemed to be frozen and even his thoughts seemed to slow down. Wang Lin had never seen such a terrifying beast before in his life. The aura coming from the beast was no weaker than Xian Luo's. Heavenly Bull. These two words suddenly appeared in Wang Lin's mind along with the rumors and legends about the Heavenly Bull continent. The celestial ancestor had killed a foreign bull and turned its body into a continent. Its soul was sealed here and this place was named the Heavenly Bull continent. Mortals appeared and cultivators moved here to form sects. After countless years, this became part of the 72 continents of the Celestial Clan. Wang Lin's heart trembled. The moment the rumor appeared in Wang Lin's mind, a golden light shined above the heavenly bull. As the golden light shrouded the sky, a figure wearing an emperor robe and a crown appeared. The moment the figure appeared, space itself trembled. An indescribable celestial energy appeared and collided with the cold aura. The world trembled, and it was a sight to behold. Celestial ancestor? Wang Lin didn't need to guess. Based on the legends, he could tell that this person that he couldn't see the appearance of was the legendary celestial ancestor. Could it be that after I devoured the will of the dragon soul, that faint roar from the bottom of the earth brought me back to the time when the celestial ancestor sealed the heavenly bull? But the heavenly bull was rumored to be fire element, so why is it ice? Wang Lin's heart trembled when he saw this. After the person in the emperor robe appeared, the heavenly bull roared once more. Crackling sounds echoed as the ice rapidly spread across the heavenly bull. This terrifying force was something not even a peak 7-colored celestial sovereign could resist. Perhaps only Xian Luo could attempt to fight it at full power. As the ice sealed the sky, the person in the emperor robe raised his hand with his 5 fingers toward the sky and pressed down. At the same time, a majestic voice echoed. 8th level Celestial Dao, Extreme Fire Dao. Once those words echoed, a green gas came out of the fingers of the person in the emperor robe. The smoke swirled around his fingers, forming 9 rings, and then flew toward the heavenly bull in the sky. The 9 smoke rings grew as they flew into the sky and soon looked almost endless in size. They quickly collided with the heavenly bull. The first ring collided with the heavenly bull's ice aura, making the ice aura dissipate instantly. The second smoke ring penetrated the ice and landed on the heavenly bull. Then the 7 remaining rings all landed one by one. The heavenly bull struggled and roared but was unable to break free from the smoke rings. When the 9th smoke ring landed, all the ice aura from the heavenly bull disappeared without a trace. Instead, a monstrous fire appeared and made the heavenly bull look like a fire bull. For daring to invade my celestial clan, your punishment is for your body to become the earth, your origin soul to nourish the spirits, your bones to become the veins, and your soul to be suppressed for countless years under the immortal astral continent. The heavenly bull let out a miserable roar and its body descended to form an endless continent. Countless mountains suddenly rose from the earth, and the bones of the heavenly bull turned into veins. Endless fire appeared and the bones of the heavenly bull turned into the earth fire veins. At the bottom of the earth, the soul of the heavenly bull was suppressed there. Only an unwilling roar would occasionally come from deep within the earth, but no one seemed to be able to hear it. After Wang Lin saw all of this, his vision became blurry. When his vision became clear again, he was back in the earth fire vein. For a moment, he seemed to still be able to hear the roar of the heavenly bull deep underground. The confusion in his eyes hadn't disappeared yet when the hair of Wang Lin's essence true body rapidly changed and the feathers turned into black hair. Wang Lin's essence true body was about to form. Just at this moment, there was a monstrous blood light flashing before Wang Lin's essence true body. Inside the blood light was a beautiful, young woman. When she saw that Wang Lin's essence true body's hair was rapidly forming, she became anxious. Killing intent appeared in her eyes and she launched a spell to destroy this essence true body that was about to be completed. Ripples echoed behind the young woman and Wang Lin's original body walked out. The moment the young woman was about to launch the attack, there was a flash of coldness in Wang Lin's eyes. The stop spell he had prepared along the way that he hadn't used suddenly erupted. Stop spell. Stop the heavens and earth, stop all spells, stop the mind, stop everything. This was Wang Lin's stop spell. It didn't just stop the body. The moment the stop spell was used, the young woman's body stopped for a moment and her spell was interrupted. At that moment, Wang Lin coughed out blood and popping sounds echoed in his body as a large amount of blood mist erupted from within him. However, he didn't hesitate to charge forward. But he didn't attack the young woman. He concluded that she must have some kind of protective treasure. He teleported directly before the young woman to where his essence true body was, and his origin soul was complete once more. At the same time, Wang Lin essence true body's hair finished changing into a full head of black hair. A powerful aura erupted from Wang Lin's essence true body. At this moment, Wang Lin's fire essence true body finished forming. At this moment, the young woman's eyes narrowed and her body recovered. Even if your avatar and original body have fused, it is still not enough. The young woman's heart trembled. She had never seen a spell that could stop her like that before. This spell had a deep background, it was not something she could know. Just as she charged at Wang Lin suddenly looked up and raised his right hand. 8th level Celestial Dao, Extreme Fire Dao. He didn't have the bloodline of the Celestial Ancestor, but he had other methods. 8th level Celestial Dao, Extreme Fire Dao. This was the powerful spell the Celestial Ancestor had used to seal the Heavenly Bull. A part of Wang Lin's origin soul had just left the illusion, but he was still in a trance. Once he merged with his body, he was still in his trance, and the only thing in his mind was the Extreme Fire Dao spell the Celestial Ancestor had used. When Wang Lin spoke, the shadow of his essence true body appeared. From a distance, it looked like two Wang Lins were standing here. It was very strange. The essence true body was made of fire, so the moment it appeared, a heat wave spread out. The space around him seemed to distort. Wang Lin's essence true body also contained a powerful will. This will was the will of fire, the Lord of Fire. As Wang Lin raised his right hand and pointed at the young woman, his essence true body also pointed at the young woman. At the same time, a stand of green gas appeared on the fingertips of Wang Lin and his essence true body. This green gas was very light and couldn't be clearly seen unless one looked closely. It slowly wrapped around Wang Lin's finger as if it wanted to circle his finger once. At the same time, a powerful pressure came from Wang Lin and his essence true body. The pressure spread out and caused the expression of the young woman to change immediately. She clearly felt the bloodline in her body tremble. This strange change caused popping sounds to come from her body. This? What spell is this? It can shake the bloodline in my body. The young woman's pupils shrank and her hands formed a seal without hesitation. The 36,000 pores on her body released black gas that surrounded her and then turned into 36,000 ghostly faces. This army of ghostly faces rushed toward Wang Lin to stop this spell that terrified her. Almost the moment the green gas appeared on Wang Lin's right finger, in the void between the immortal astral continent and the cave world, Wang Lin's avatar inside the stone shell opened his eyes. He also raised his right hand and green gas also appeared around his finger. The green gas suddenly circled once around his finger. At the same time, deep within the earth fire vein, Wang Lin and his essence true body felt a powerful energy from the lore of the immortal astral continent. As the army of 36,000 ghostly faces closed in, the green gas circled his finger once. At this instant, a green smoke ring spread out from Wang Lin's finger. It expanded and shot toward the army of 36,000 ghostly faces. A burning smoke ring also appeared on the finger of Wang Lin's essence true body and flew forward. One spell and double the effect. This was the most obvious and direct method of strengthening someone. Wang Lin's smoke ring flew out first and collided with the 36,000 ghostly faces that had seeped out of the pores of the young woman's body. A thunderous rumble echoed and countless ripples echoed through the ground. Rumble, 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 rumble. The thunderous sound was deafening, and screams echoed. The 36,000 ghostly faces all let out a terrifying screams as they collapsed under Wang Lin's smoke ring. The smoke ring penetrated the army of ghostly faces and appeared before the young woman. The young woman trembled and quickly retreated. She bit the tip of her tongue and spat out blood to form a 3-foot figure that looked similar to herself. However, this was not her origin soul but something the young woman had made using an extremely vicious method. After the 3-foot little person came out, it let out a sharp shrill. The sound wave collided with the smoke of ring that had penetrated the army of 36,000 ghostly faces. With a thunderous bang, the smoke ring collapsed and the 3-foot little person dissipated. A powerful impact landed on Wang Lin and the young woman. Wang Lin had the body of the ancient Dao and was still forced back several steps by the impact. He coughed out blood, but his face didn't look weakened and instead was filled with killing intent. What a powerful body, to resist the impact from the collapse of my spell. The young woman also retreated. Blood was flowing out from the corner of her mouth. But this wasn't the end yet. If Wang Lin didn't have the Essence True Body, he would be at a disadvantage, but now the Essence True Body was complete. The ring of smoke created by his Essence True Body penetrated the impact and flew toward the young woman. This scene made the woman feel bitter. She understood the Essence True Body, that fighting against someone with one was like fighting two people. As the smoke ring closed in, the young woman clenched her teeth. She raised her right hand and a blue umbrella appeared in her grasp. Bursts of celestial energy came from the umbrella. The moment the umbrella appeared, even the earth seemed to tremble. A terrifying aura came from the umbrella. This umbrella was not ordinary. The young woman raised the umbrella in a flash. The umbrella was quite large, enough to cover up her body. The smoke ring formed by Wang Lin's Essence True Body collided with the blue umbrella. Thunder rumbles echoed once more and the earth trembled violently. The vibrations moved up to the surface and the entire Great Soul Sect trembled. Even the mountains around the Great Soul Sect trembled as cracks were ripped open on the surface of the earth. The smoke ring collapsed, but when it collapsed, a sharp scream that someone would release when they were seriously injured came from the blue umbrella in the young woman's hand. That scream came from the spirit of the umbrella. As the rumble echoed, a crackling sound echoed as the umbrella was torn open. It turned into blue light and was forced back into the young woman's body. The woman's heart ached for the umbrella, and she retreated. Her gaze toward Wang Lin was now filled with even more killing intent. Wang Lin's face was a bit pale. The extreme fire Dao spell he had used while in a trance didn't consume much of Wang Lin's energy or his Essence True Body. However, he could feel that it was consuming the power from his avatar in the void. Wang Lin had high hopes for that avatar in the future, so he would not allow it to sustain damage. This celestial ancestor's power is extremely potent. I only managed one ring of green gas in a trance and I could match this early-stage void turbulent woman. If I could make 2 rings, she would not be my match. However, this spell consumes the power of my avatar, no wonder it is so powerful. Wang Lin knew that his avatar was extremely mysterious. If his guess was correct, in the future, that avatar would become an existence similar to the celestial and ancient ancestors. Or one could say that they were born via the same method. Although he was no match for the celestial or ancient ancestors now, if given enough time, his avatar would grow to a terrifying degree. This was his biggest ace. The celestial ancestors' 8th level celestial Dao was not something Wang Lin could master from just seeing it once at his cultivation level. Perhaps only a Grand Empyrean could do something like that. The reason he could use it was due to his avatar. It was his avatar that had comprehended the spell after Wang Lin's original body saw it, and this comprehension was sent back to the original body. This allowed Wang Lin to use this ultimate spell that had sealed the Heavenly Bull. With 9 rings, this spell could seal the Heavenly Bull, it could even seal a Grand Empyrean. However, his current avatar was far from reaching that level. These thoughts flashed through Wang Lin's mind. At this moment, the young woman withdrew her blue umbrella and looked at Wang Lin with powerful killing intent in her eyes. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he let out a cold snort. He raised his right hand and waved at the void. His Essence True Body behind him also waved its hand. The entire Earth Fire Vein trembled. The main Earth Fire Vein was simply too big, and even though it had lost the Dragon Soul, it wouldn't wither in a short period of time. As Wang Lin waved his hand, fire essence rushed into his body. The entire Earth Fire Vein trembled and a powerful sea of fire erupted. This sea of fire was simply too big, so the red mountain in the Great Soul Sect immediately began burning. Fire even came out from the surrounding earth. War Spirit Print. Wang Lin raised his right hand and all the remaining fire left in the Earth Fire Vein gathered like crazy from all directions to form a giant fire palm print. At the same time, Wang Lin's Essence True Body also moved and an even larger fire palm print appeared behind him. As Wang Lin pushed his right hand forward, the large and small fire palm prints flew toward the young woman. Wang Lin didn't wait around to see the result, he took a step, ripples echoed, and he instantly disappeared. The earth trembled and the sea of fire raged. A thunderous rumble affected a small portion of the heavenly bull continent, shaking the hearts of countless cultivators. An angry and sharp howl from a woman echoed deep within the earth. At this moment, Wang Lin had already fused with the world and used spatial bending to appear on the heavenly mountain outside the Great Soul Sect. The fire essence true body has formed. Although my cultivation level hasn't changed, my strength has doubled. Although I can't match an early-stage void turbulent cultivator yet, I have the strength to protect myself. If it's a life and death situation, if I use ancient Tao, no celestial along with the extreme fire Tao, I can kill a void turbulent cultivator. Only the price would be too big. As Wang Lin stood on the mountain, his eyes shined. Ripples appeared under his feet and he was about to leave. Little friend, you came to my Great Soul Sect as a guest and are just going to leave now. An ancient voice echoed behind Wang Lin. This video will end here.